Uno de los puntos fundamentales para las empresas ahora mismo es mercado chino. Tipos de interés a la baja, intentando la economía coger fuerza en la salida de esos confinamientos y las empresas españolas intentando ver cómo ese acceso al mercado, que ha estado siempre complicado, puede ser más sencillo. Y uno de los puntos clave, sobre todo en gran parte de Europa, está siendo en hacer un tratamiento primero hacia ese cliente de China en el territorio europeo para entender en ese primer paso cómo actuar con ese cliente y ya luego dar el salto conociendo el tipo de customer, de cliente, cómo se puede acceder al mercado chino, pero encontrando ese negocio que buscan las empresas en China, primero en su propio territorio, con precisamente esos ciudadanos chinos que están en Europa. En gran parte del norte de Europa es una estrategia que está funcionando muy bien para conocer todos los insights, para entender de qué manera se puede actuar con esas empresas. Aquí en España, como siempre, vamos un poco más lento, en España y en el sur de Europa. Pero es una tendencia evidente que Europa ha tomado y que va cogiendo cuerpo. Están con nosotros Zheng Xu, Senior Partner for Chinese Business Expanding Together. Thank you very much for having this time with us.
Thank you for inviting us.
Welcome.
Thank you.
And Natalia, Gmyzina, abogada de Managing Partner de Legal Deals. Bienvenida, Natalia.
Buenos días, muchas gracias por invitarnos.
Vamos a hablar en inglés toda la entrevista para entender un poco todo el mensaje general. If you truly want to enter to the huge market successfully, that is very complicated for European companies, it's better if you prefer don't start on China and start here in Europe. What's the cases, the success cases in the north of Europe?
Yeah, so let me take one step back, right? I mean, in the old days, before COVID, many middle-sized and small-sized companies have thought about China. It is a huge market. So the easiest way is always go to China and attend a trade affair, and then you can find some local business partners. But now, since COVID, it's very difficult to travel to China, find local business, have the meetings. But many people just ask themselves, how can I do business now with China and here in Europe? But if you close your eyes and think, there's Chinese everywhere. So actually China is right here in Spain, in Europe, and around. There are more than 6 million Chinese living overseas. So this is actually one of the huge immigrants groups in the world. Natalia, can talk maybe a little bit of numbers?
Yeah, so just it's all about numbers actually. We speak about some 2.5 million of Chinese people in different communities living all around the Europe. And then some, about probably 10% are living in Spain between Barcelona and Madrid. And then also we have to remember about the special Spanish regulation for the investor visa and work permissions that allow these people to make here business, to buy house, and this way to have an easy way to come and enter to Europe. So this is the reason why more and more Chinese people are coming to Europe. And what we see and what we consider is that all this huge segment of future consumers is not being well attended or visible for Spanish companies.
Why should be your target as a company?
I mean, we already talk about demand, the huge demand, the Chinese living here. And they are curious. They are willing to try many things new. And more important is they have the buying power. And they love the Spanish culture, and they love the food and great weather. So, and if you can attract these companies or these Chinese communities, they will use your existing selling channels. So you don't have to export your product into China, and you already have the Chinese communities and Chinese customers here.
What benefit will you get by reaching them? What's the benefits of this action for the Spanish and European companies when you have not the problem to export these products?
So one of all, you will have potential 2.5 million new customers here in Europe and 16 in the world. And so if they purchase your product or use your services, and then they are very close to you. They can give the feedback to you directly. So with these feedbacks, you can see, okay, if my product or the services are ready for China, because enter to China takes a long way and also a very high investment. So if you can start here in Europe and to gain these feedbacks, then you will see, okay, if my product and service are already ready, or I just need to do some very small adjustments to fit the Chinese market better. So I think in a very short way to say is test your Chinese market here in your neighborhood.
Golden visa is one of the most important part for a customer. But what do you think about this first step to expand in China?
Well, this first step is important for you to try the product. Why is that? Because a Chinese consumer living in Europe can be your personal shopping advisor, your influencer for the Chinese population to come here. And it can be for a great variety of products. It can be healthcare, beauty products, whatever products you can actually think, and even the industry. And then we can also speak about the service, and a good and great potential service that is very highly related to a visa investor, the investor visa that allows you to work and to live in Spain. Once the investor just purchases real estate or buys a business. So it's really important because it makes them easier to come. And it allows them to just work and expand all around Europe. So if Chinese people like the culture, like a country, and they start liking the product and they know it, they will come. And this is very relevant for real estate business, that they should sum up to this wave of new future consumers. Chinese people who are looking to find their residence, their home, start a new business abroad, they would probably just look for real estate business, and it has to be a Spanish real estate, so they can also get this client, so they can reach the clients and see that this real estate is worthy and they can work with them. And this is why it's very important to mix these two things.
How do you find them?
So there's obviously kind of another ecosystem regarding to the social media. So we don't have Facebook or we don't use Instagram in China. And also for the people living outside China, it's the same. We only use WeChat, Red, and Douyin as a version of TikTok. So if you want to break the kind of wall, you need to understand these ecosystems. And you need to find a way to speak to the Chinese who live outside. I mean, Chinese people who live in Europe or overseas are the greatest your local brand ambassadors, right? Because we love to share our experience. If I found a great restaurant or found a great products, I can't wait to tell my friends. So I will post photos online and 10,000 people will see that, because this content can really be great content for your companies. And not only the people living outside China will see, but also the Chinese living in China will see these kind of sharings. So you need to choose the right social media platform. I think many companies already heard about WeChat. So this is a very super powerful apps. They can do everything for you. But if regarding to search for new product or search for new ideas, Red should really be the social media app that every companies have to try. Just gathering some good content strategy and find the right influencer, your Chinese influencer, and then you will have the way to reach these Chinese communities.
Natalia, what do you think in your experience of how the company find them?
Well, so what we can see is actually that the traditional marketing platforms, social media that we expect to get clients like Facebook, like Instagram, your company will not be visible for Chinese consumers there, because they use, as my colleague says, they use absolutely own ecosystem, own tools for advices, for traveling, for recommendation for product. So it means that if a Spanish company would like to publish their product in Facebook or Instagram, it will not be very useful for this product. So this is why it's very important here, if you want to reach Chinese people that live in Europe or live in China, you have to always think about how they think, what they use. And we have to enter to the ecosystem and to know how to move there. This is why I think it's important, the special experience that Expanding Together can offer about that.
Why and how Expanding Together can help these companies?
So I think first of all, we obviously are an international team here, right? So we understand both cultures, the cultures from China and the cultures living here in Europe. And the second of way is we will really look into the companies and companies' needs to see what kind of content and strategy you will use. So for the companies who want to enter into the mainland China later, I think we can use this huge network we have in Europe and then to already build this kind of content strategies. And we will find the right social media app and the right influencer for you and create a content. So you don't have to be in China and you already build the brand awareness about you before you enter into China. I think this is really a good strategy for all the people or the companies want to try China market.
Natalia, and how and why legal deals could help this company?
Well, legal deals can be just like a first step before you contact Expanding Together. We are the official partner for Spain, so we can speak English, Spanish, Russian, and help you in whatever needs that you might ask for, you need for, in civil, trade, regulation, in litigation, and any advisory for your business. So then we also work together with Expanding Together, and we are like the first step that you can go with us, we speak with us, and Expanding Together will just help you to prepare a tailor-made strategy for your own business and how to enter and to reach the clients.
And for me, the most important question for these companies, why now in China with these people here in Europe? Why now?
Yeah, because I really believe the COVID restrictions will be over. So this is 3 years now, right? And all the Chinese people, wherever they live in China or here in Europe, we are ready. We want to travel and we want to try new things. So this is now the time that all the companies need to prepare for the Chinese consumers. They need to put their own business or services or restaurants and hotels on their shopping list, because the shopping list is really ahead about everything they travel. So before we travel, we prepare a long shopping list. So you need to put your product and service on that shopping list before they come out. So now is really the time, and now is really the time to turn all these Chinese people living overseas, in Spain, in Europe, in South or North America, into your best salesman. So now is really the time.
Thank you very much, Zheng Xu, Senior Partner for China's Business Expanding Together. Thank you very much for having this time with us.
Thank you.
And Natalia, Gmyzina, abogada, Managing Partner de Legal Deals. Thank you very much.
Muchísimas gracias.
Como han visto, ese detalle de la importancia que ahora mismo tiene esa expansión del negocio de compañías españolas que están empezando a hacer ese planteamiento que en el norte de Europa ya está bastante más fundamentado, que es intentar entender primero a tu cliente aquí en tu propio territorio, crecer el negocio aquí para convertirlo en un caso de éxito y poder llevarlo también a la exportación a China. Este vistazo a esos negocios cada vez más crecientes hacia China, buscando esas oportunidades y con este enfoque particular. Enseguida volvemos.